Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. You want to hear the little guy who makes all the noise? Here he is. Hold him up so they can see. There he is. That's the little guy who makes all the noise everybody complains about. They can't hear me. Anyway, this is Pip, and he's about 18 years old, and we've had him a very, very long time. So listen, let me go ahead and get my video started, and we'll start cooking. Okay, now that you've met Pip, the big mouth in the house, we're going to make a lemon surprise pudding, okay? Now, in a bowl, I'm going to tilt you down so you can actually see what I'm doing so you know how to make pudding. In the bowl, I already have grated 1 whole lemon rind with 1/4 of a cup of softened butter. And we are going to add, I have to read the instructions, 1/3 of a cup of sugar, and we're going to cream this all together very, very nicely. Remember, measure everything level. And you'll also see me separating eggs and everything else. I actually had to take the butter out yesterday morning and give it till this morning just to defrost. Oh, I got to tilt you down. Sorry about that. So you're going to be watching more of what I'm doing than actually me just talking you through it. It's going to take a bit. And you would think my butter would be soft at this point. Still not. Now I'm going to keep on beating this until I get it all creamed, which is going to take a bit, and I'll be back. Okay, you're going to set your oven to 350. See how it's creamed? This is what you want it to look like. When they say cream, butter, and sugar, this is what you want, this kind of texture, for those of you that don't understand the terminologies. All right. Because they say when it's fluffy, and you can see that it is, we're going to beat in the egg yolks. We need 2 egg yolks. So you're going to have to separate your eggs. So I'll show you how I do it. Very, very carefully. Now, if you can't do it that way, you can do it with your hand. You spread your fingers just a little, and you'll see it come through. Now, if you have enough on both sides of the eggshell, very carefully flip the egg over from one to the other, and as you do it, you'll see the white coming off of it. You see? And that's how you do it, very carefully. I showed you 2 ways. If the eggshell doesn't crack right, use your fingers. Now the egg whites put on the side, and because we're going to need them, and you want to make sure that nothing gets in them, because if something gets in them, they're not going to beat up the way they want. So now we're going to add the egg yolks. And mix them in thoroughly. Now, they sit there and state that they want you to stir in the sifted flour alternatively with the milk. I have 1 cup of milk here, and I've added 2 tablespoons of powdered milk, because we're going to pick the value up on this. Now, stirring, this is stirring on the mixer. It's just at 1. The lowest level you have is stirring, okay? Now, they say when you alternate with liquids you have to begin and end with the dry. So when you hear that terminology and you're using a mixer, you make sure it's on low. Now you're going to add some milk. It's just 2 tablespoons of flour we're using. Adding the powdered milk, it doesn't give any flavor to it, but what it's going to do is we're going to increase on the calcium, magnesium, and the protein of this. And that's what we're doing. I guess the reason they sift the flour is to make sure that you don't get lumps in here. Because it's so little, it could get lost in it. I might need this for the lemon juice. Okay, let's see what I want to do next here. I need my glasses so you can see all of this done. All right, we're gonna cut our lemon, and I will be right back. Okay, I don't know if there's any seeds in my lemon. Just in case there is. Yeah, there are seeds in it. Oh yeah, there's a lot. Now we're going to pour this. Hold on, I got my mixer hooked up to it. I will be right back. Okay, what you're going to do is take these beaters out and put this to the side. So we're going to have to beat some egg whites. You have to clean these beaters. If you do not clean them thoroughly, your egg whites will not lift and fluff up the way you want them to. So you're going to have to clean them thoroughly in order to get it to work. And dry them thoroughly too, because if you don't, you're going to have this problem. So you're going to have to sit there and make sure that you do this. If you don't, well, can't say. You weren't warned, as my mother used to say. I warned you. So you dry them off thoroughly, make sure there's no water on them, there's no food on it or anything else. And you're going to get these egg whites that you cracked into a bowl, and we're going to beat these. Let's see, this one goes on this side. This one goes on this side. When we're done beating these thoroughly, if I get stuff all over the recipe. They want these stiff, so it takes about 5 minutes, I think. I'm not sure. Beat egg whites, make sure you start at low. When they start getting thick, you can pick it up. If you hit high right away, you're going to have to splatter them everywhere. See how it's getting a shine to it as well? Okay, see when you put it in and they peak? I'll show you again. See the peaks? When you do this and you come up and you get those peaks, you got it. That is stiffly beaten egg white. I need to learn. Now, they want you to fold in. When they talk about folding something in, it's a way you do it. Because this is going to give the lift to the pudding. That's why they want this beaten, the egg whites beaten so stiff. It's a circular motion. You're folding this in. And this is going to give it all that lift that you're looking for. You can use a whisk if you wish. I have used whisk before, but you're going to keep on going until this is thoroughly mixed. And it's actually folding it in. I know a lot of people my age already know this, but if you don't and you're new at cooking and you want to make some lovely desserts, this is how you do it. And these lumps are the egg whites you're working in. Come on. That was the one thing she stressed in her recipe, that she wanted it thoroughly, thoroughly mixed. Okay, now we're going to put this in the oven, and I'll be right back. Now they state that they're going to cook this 45 minutes until the pudding is a golden brown. All right? Let's see, 45 minutes? Okay. Okay, well, I'll see you then as I do all my calculations right now. Okay, it's ready. Oh my goodness. Now they said that it's going to be brown on the top. Matter of fact, I'll read the instructions for you, so you know exactly that this is not made wrong. They said underneath this, because it's going to be golden brown, which it is, but they read, underneath the sponge topping there will be a creamy lemon sauce. This is the charming little surprise in the lemon surprise pudding. So let me bring it over to you and you can see it. It's going to have to cool down and it'll level off. But here it is. Isn't that nice? Take care. Bye-bye.